So ito ngayon, yung adventure natin nagsisimula sa paghahanap ng equipment. I think that's the number one. Canvas muna, huwag pa bigla-bigla. Alam natin, hindi siya biro, magastos. Sasabay pa sa pandemic. We are on the hunt finding the most appropriate equipment for people like me at this stage of my life, having to understand and having to learn all about vlogging. If you do something that you're passionate about, at sa tingin nyo, magbibigay siya ng kakaibang fulfillment. Being passionate requires, obviously, time. It requires, investment. Having to check out the prices out there, yung mga stores na titingnan natin, from a non-expert point of view. But as you go and understand these things, you learn something. Whatever we do, and we feel that we're learning, and we see things that making progress along the way, even it's baby steps, good times, right? Episode 2 shows a little value if you want to get things started from the beginner's perspective. So pag-usapan natin yung step by step hanggang finally completing the things that I personally think, and I personally prefer that would work for me on these equipments. Okay? So this episode is dedicated for that. Let's have a look. What do you do first? Research. Yes, research. Obviously, Google and YouTube, it would work for you, when you wanted to get things moving as far as your research is concerned. You need to understand that every equipment is not because it is expensive, it is superior than the cheaper ones. Because when you do research, two things are very important. First, it's the experience, okay? The experience of other people may be different than you, but you need to look forward on the experience. Second, cost. Yes, cost. Kung sinabing cost, paano ba? Pasok ba sa budget? Budget mo. Okay? Kung hindi naman masyadong pasok, would there be alternatives? Okay? So, dun mo malalaman siya when it comes to budgeting. Again, I repeat, should be experience and cost. Okay? Cost because you need to know budgeting. So, ito para masagot natin yung tumatakbo sa isip natin. Ba't ito bibiling ko? Sabi nila mahal, pero ito lang ang budget ko. It should suit your need based on what you're looking for. Importantly, if this is really suitable in terms of your intention, in terms of your purpose of or exactly what you're getting into. Before I tell you more, let me stick first on the iPad, okay? It has been an existing gear I have. The iPad 12.9 2020 model, 128 gigabytes of storage, okay? So for me, that's an entry-level storage, but it works, and I think it fits for now on what I need. First things first, if you have a very good size, 12.9, which is closer to a 13-inch laptop, generally based on standard sizing of laptops, it works. I see the videos, I see my notes here better because of the size, which is again very obvious. But when I try to edit when I started doing the editing, even on the phone, that you have the right software or the right app, mahirap, maliit eh. Alam naman natin that, there will be cases that always big will always be better. Alright, so we're back. We already bought the equipments we need, specifically in this journey of vlogging from a beginner's perspective. Alright? Basics, the necessities, the essentials. Pag sinabing basic, ito yung, alam mong, at one point you don't think na mahal o mura. Kasi pag sinabing basic, it's something that you need to have. And obviously you have one, a camera. We're talking about the iPhone 12 Pro Max, 256 gigabyte memory or storage that we purchased, I think earlier 2020. So even before the official release in the Philippines, we bought it. So that starts the camera. Pero hindi ko sinasabing you cannot use other cameras, obviously, right? If you have a decent phone, when I say decent phone, specific to camera system, majority of the phones that has been released, through and through for the past 2 or 3 years has been remarkably, I would say, workable and can be absolutely used as a vlogging phone or as a vlogging camera. So with that said, it's really up to you if you need to purchase one. But if it's not a necessity, okay? If it's not necessary, you don't have to. Work what you have. Bring your phone, try it out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with it. You have very, very good phones. Amazing phones released by several known brands. Whether it's Android, whether it's iOS. Indeed, these are great phones. This is the era that we are heavily progressing into newer and newer models. Better and better models. An entirely a very, very competitive landscape when it comes to mobile phone photography and videos. Another necessity, okay, would be having a tripod. It's something that you can't live without, okay? And for others that you think you can master the whole day handling your phone or even your camera like that while taking a video, I'm sure you have that sheer talent to do it. But I cannot say it's something that you can do for the longest stretch, all right? So when I did my first video, this is what I have. Let me get it for you, all right? So this is it. And for our dear friends here who are thinking it looks like a microphone stand, it is a microphone stand. Microphone stand. You can adjust this one. Basically, hold on. Let me use this one. There you go. Put it down. Can adjust it. Yep. Up, down. Right? But this is not the interesting part. The interesting part is this one. Why? Because you could also twist this. Alright? This is a phone clamp. A phone clamp. Alright? And believe me, when I had my iPhone 12 Pro Max with that kind of size, how huge is the phone, its width, it does fit well. Okay? Another thing here is this one, right? So you can use this one, you have the phone here, so if you need to take top shots and all. Here's a very huge advantage. This one cost me 190 pesos. To simplify, it works for me. And maybe it will work for you as a beginner. And I think you guys noticed this. This is what I got now. This is a Ulanzi tripod. Model is MT08. A basic setup of the MT08 could be like this. Alright, if you notice, you have your tripod, you have the clamp, phone clamp, or the phone holder, and there's another rig that you can use where you can mount your, could be a GoPro camera, if you have the main phone, or if not, the microphone or the light. The good part here, you can extend it, this one, the tripod, like I would say a typical selfie stick, although not that long. That same size as a ruler, that tall, not bad, right? So you can basically, leverage it while sitting down. If you're holding it, you can, basically twist it back and forth. You can angle it at the right, I would say, direction, facing you, facing the product, or you name it. So MT08, not bad, very versatile tripod. Now this video is basically taken from the Ulanzi tripod, you know, from the base, but it's overly extended. That's why I'm level. Okay, meaning it's stretched to the max. Using, obviously, let me put this one down, the Ulanzi STO2 mount. This is the phone mount. So, want to see it here? Clear difference. The Ulanzi mount, the tripod, and this is it. All right. So you need to buy it separately for this one. This is a very good combo setup for your tripod and your phone holder or phone clamp, whatever you call it. All right. We move on to the next one. I did mention about lights or lighting. You know, when you mount the microphone, the other one is light and all. And this is what you see here. That's why it's basically illuminated. You know, to describe this one better is with that kind of size, with the flexibility of, I would say, being rechargeable, or can be operated by simply charging it using a USB Type-C. This guy has also filters that you can use. Okay, you can plug it in, you know, change the color or whatsoever. This is the VGym LED suction live stream kit. Okay, we call it live stream kit for the reason that you get the light here and there's a suction, obviously, where you can mount on a flat surface, you know, press it on and, you know, it will give you a stable base. And aside from that, you got screws to make adjustments, so you can point it either up, down, or you know, choose what works for you. This one can be charged using a USB Type-C. Change the lights. All right, okay, there you go. That's how you change the lights. You can either use warm light setting, adjustable. There's a roller here right on the side. Aside from the switch on and off thing, it now definitely will change the game, how you play your videos, or whatever you would call it, you know, using this light. And finally, when you put it back, it's just simply rolling it back. As simple as that. All right. So this one, it's like a silicone. You try to remove it. There you go. That's the entire light. Okay. The silicone, that's why you can't remove it thoroughly, is, I think the battery is already dying, which will tell you, showing, hold on, see that indicator, the red one, keeps popping in and out because basically you have one, so almost the battery's dying. Here's the suction. Simply use this on a flat surface, you're good to go. Suction. So this one goes together, and again, together with a cable. The box, as you notice, it's a combo number 2, so don't forget VGym. All right, now finally we move on the meatier side of things. You know, this is the main guy, the mystery gear. It is something that, you know, been bouncing back and forth in my head, thinking, ano ba talaga? If I needed to go back, shortlisting my priorities, my requirements, and maybe this falls also typical, or maybe if not typical, or similar to what you're looking for, I needed something to be very, very versatile. When I also talk about versatility, it also brings the huge description about mobility. You know, I can bring it anywhere, and when I say bring it anywhere, the size would matter, right? I go back and forth trying to understand the features that would basically be something in between. Especially in 2021, it will still serve purpose. It will still serve its purpose without compromising quality of my photos and my video. And here it is. And to my dear folks, if you can see this clearly, it is a DJI product, a very prominent and also credible company when it comes to their innovation about technology specific to videos and camera, in, you know, beginning with drones. So I'm not the first time user of DJI. I had my share of you know, impulse buying when it comes to drones, to fully give you an emphasis on what it is that I really bought. You know, apart from the product itself, the DJI Pocket 2 Creator Combo. Makes sense, right? 2019 or 2020 earlier, the Pocket 1, they call it Pocket 1, or the Osmo Pocket 1. But this time, DJI removed the name Osmo, and I think that's basically dedicated for the action camera. You know, when we talk about practical things and what's your outlook on what you intend to do when it comes to vlogging versus the equipment that you intend to use to make better videos, I thought that the creator combo would be bang for the buck, sulit sa deal. Okay, so I have rich, would say, amount of additional accessories. Some I could say very useful right off the bat, and others could be more of like an icing on the cake. Okay, so everything and anything brought to you by DJI, and that's the entire combo that I got from starting from the VGym light and the Ulanzi tripod and the phone clamp and the much awaited using this equipment. All right, and this and everything I'll share with you each and every equipment with their links and where I bought it. And I'd like to thank Henry's. So, you know, kung ano yung nakita niyo sa video that I was moving around, that was their store. It was a new store of Henry's. Much appreciation to those who watched my first video, and if you haven't, okay, so watch my second video and simply go back on the first, or maybe do it back and forth. Know the purpose of why I'm doing this and sharing these in every bits and pieces of my journey, having to understand the world of YouTube, maybe the world of vlogging, but most importantly the learning process is just so amazing. You know, you may be just like me, a beginner in something that you do, but do not forget that when you start something, you get to see things that these enables you little by little understand your potential. You know, when I say potential, obviously these are self-discoveries, and in a nutshell, this is something new to me. This is my first. I never imagined myself buying a basic lighting equipment or even a tripod. I never own a tripod, for the record. Everything is a process. So if there's anything interesting about this blog, please feel free, you know, send in your comments, and questions will be very much appreciated too. I'll try to respond back quickest as possible. But nonetheless, enjoy the rest of the day, and always believe that in everything you do, everything is a learning process. Click that notification bell, like and subscribe as you get notified for my next video. Hopefully you're having a good time wherever you are. So I'll be signing off for now, and I'll see you on my next video. See ya.